Welcome to Jamestown Sawmill here in Jamestown, South Carolina. Today we're standing next to the DR Power Equipment mower trimmer, and we've had this piece of machinery for probably about 4 years. It's been wonderful for us. As far as the specifications, this cut-in height is about 1.5 to 3.5 inches of height. The cut-in width is about 22 inches. The engine is about 163 cubic centimeters.
Yep.
And it's been a wonderful piece of machinery. We chose the option of the electric start, which is why there's a key over here. And also you do have the alternative option of a manual start if you run into any issues. What is wonderful about this machinery is that it's going through some really high terrain as far as weeds. It's actually powered through, continues to power through, and we are completely happy with this piece of machinery.
Yeah, this is B's go-to tool, guys. I mean, the fact that this thing even operates after close to 4 years, I'm impressed. Because basically it's a weed eater on wheels. And I'll tell you guys, B will throw the cord on this thing and wow. She will take it on and, you know, I'll watch her and she's just there steadily getting at it and everything else. So she's finally getting up on a little red and using some machinery and everything. But yeah, this is still her go-to tool right here. And I'll see her on closed circuit cameras there from work or whatever on my phone. And it's hilarious because there she goes pushing the weed eater just right across the yard and having at it, you know.
And what's great about it is that it actually is wonderful when you're dealing with areas in which your typical, I guess, your handheld trimmer may be a little bit too awkward to handle. So this actually was able to get through areas like that. And that's what I liked about it. And it's been great, but sometimes I get a little bit enthusiastic. And what happens is the belt sometimes gets stuck because I'm going through terrain that's a little bit higher than what the machine can take. And that's what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you how to fix a belt that got loose. And take it away, Jay.
All right. This again is a nice little piece of machinery right here. I mean, if you're a viewer out there and you can't deal with a lot of the vibratory effect from your average weed eater and the like, string trimmer, whatever you want to call them. And, you know, and some people, because of joint problems and the like, you have problems with a lot of times with pull starts. You know, if you got intense arthritis or you have a lot of joint pain, things of that nature, it can be very uncomfortable to use a pull cord to get something going. That's where the electric start comes in handy. And I'm not knocking it. You know, if they ever make a chainsaw with an electric start, I think B'd probably try that out in a minute. But, you know, what we're going to do is, like I said, B will knock the belt off of this thing in a heartbeat. You know, I get a phone call. And pretty much, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you, this is a very brass tacks setup for a little string trimmer. You got a shaft, a pulley, 2 pulleys, and that's about it in the belt. So basically what we're going to do, gang, is we're going to go ahead and lean this back. Okay. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go over what you need to change the belt, how to change the belt, things of that nature. You're going to need a stiff bristle brush. I got a wire brush here, but if you got a nylon brush, whatever kind of brush you got, you need a brush to go ahead and knock the dry grass clumps from around your bolts. Now, for this particular DR trimmer, you'll need a 3/8 diameter wrench, socket, whatever you choose to use. Now, you notice I have this set up on an extension. I got a couple different ones here. I got a smaller one right here, and I got a big old one right there. So I have that purely because using a standalone socket, you could get to these 2 bolts right here. But you're not going to fare too well using your ratchet right against this cutting head. So you're going to need a way to clear that cutting head in order to unbolt the shroud. So let's go ahead and unbolt this shroud. And a little trick you guys can use if you're new to tools or the like. Ratchet has a directional lever right here. You can tighten or loosen. Now, you notice that a ratchet ratchets. So this is a slack on the ratchet to allow for turn. Now the direction of turn is where you'll get friction or a bite on your socket or your extension. And let me demonstrate. To tighten, a little phrase you can remember is lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. So we're going to tighten this. So I flick my ratchet to the left. Okay, and you can see when I turn it to the left, it ratchets. But when I put this in a state of turn, a state of bind, it turns to the right, turns clockwise. So that is tightening. When I turn the lever to the right, you can see it does the opposite. Now the ratchet loosens or ratchets to the left. And the state of turn is counterclockwise to the right. So you could go ahead and check your direction that your tool is rotating as a little bit of a guide. So let's go ahead and knock this out. Go ahead and bump this loose. And as B always says, it's like, yeah, you make that look so easy. With practice, trust me guys, you'll be there pretty quick. And then the nice thing about a ratchet is once you get it going, you just use the ratchet, whatever you're doing. You can go ahead and break your bolts on out of there. In all reality, I am quite impressed with the durability, and B is going to hold these so I don't lose them. I'm bad at losing stuff. I must say, guys, I am really impressed, as I was saying, at the durability of this DR trimmer. And, you know, I must say, I'm sold really on DR products. They do a pretty good job. But yeah, it's a wonderful warm day here in Jamestown, South Carolina. I think we got a heat index of at least about 100 degrees out here today. And you've heard me say it in other videos, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you drink plenty of water, you get plenty of rest. Make sure you get good electrolyte input and the like. There you go there. And this shroud just comes right off, just like you see. Now this belt right here, gang, this is what we're working on. Often this will slip loose of a pulley. You have a pulley that is located right behind this top plate. So often you will have to reach up in here and guide your belt into the grooves, like you see right here. It has a matching one that's a flat top pulley right on top of this spindle. So you'll have to get up there, just reach up there with your hands loop it around. You can see it has a diagram, a belt diagram right here. And basically when this is in working order, compression is put on the belt and it turns. So we're going to go ahead and reach up in here and we're going to finesse it up in there. And right there, now it's in the grooves. And it just fits right up in the grooves, just like you have right here. And again, it's a flat top pulley, so it just slides right over the top. And these belts have quite a bit of slop on them, so they will pop off, guys. And then you go ahead and you thread it through, and you'll have to unbolt these. And to put a brand new belt on, that is. This one's already on, but just slipped off. And then right here, we have it. You know, basically, where you throw some strain on this, and you can see, there it is. It's turning. No issue at all. So we'll go ahead and throw this shroud plate back on this thing, guys. And we'll go ahead and see about making this happen for you. And everything. B, what do you think so far?
Seems very simple.
All right, hand me a bolt, please. Hand me another one, please. What I generally do, guys, is I'll go ahead and I'll get all the bolts started. You see how the holes are lining up. You got a little bit of slop going on. Another one, please. And you see how the holes are roughly right there. And the last one, please. So again, tightening. Go ahead and snug it up. And then the last one. Okay, now we'll come back. Get a little bump. Another nice little bump. Get a little bump. Another little bump. There we go. And voila, gang. Shroud's back on, belt's back on. Again, have a little brush to clean up your bolts. 3/8 inch socket right there, or 3/8 inch wrench, whatever you want to use. And if you're using a socket, make sure you got a decent long extension to clear your cutting head. But other than that, gang, now you just go ahead and stand her up, and then we'll put some fresh cord on this when the time comes, and we'll be ready to cut again. Thank you for your viewing. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.